Happy Stamp Together Saturday, everybody. It's great to be with you. I am Amy Rich, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, ready to share with you this card. I think is one that is, it's a little bit putsy, but oh my goodness, the pop of wow at the end when it's all put together is just totally worth it. So I hope you're going to enjoy this one as much as I do because I love it. I fell in love with it when I saw I saw something on Pinterest and I was like, oh my gosh, we got to do that one. So yes, yay. I hope that some of you are cut and ready to roll because this one is going to be fun to see what your cards look like. How are you all doing this morning? It is always great to start my Saturday with all of you. And I got to sleep in a little bit today, which felt amazing. I don't know about you. It was a long stamping week for me. I was ready for a little bit of sleep because I haven't gotten much. So, hello, Iowa. Great to have you, Peg. I love that you are here live with me this morning. If you are watching live, let us know. Hi, Cindy. And if you are watching later, let me know too. I was actually just going through some of the comments from Wednesday, finally getting a chance to respond to a few. Good morning, Carla. I go back and look at them. Sometimes it takes me a bit, but I do. And it's always fun to see what you have to say about the project and just to hear that you are watching. I love it. So today at 1 p.m. Central, I will be over in my product kickoff group doing another project demonstration with brand new product out of the new catalog that is coming September 1st. That is just over a week away, which is hard to believe. And so if you want to join me over there, make sure to join the group. You have to go to facebook.com/groups/Amy Rich Catalog Kickoff. I changed the name of the group to Product Kickoff, but I couldn't change the name of the link. So Amy Rich Catalog Kickoff is how you will find us. And 1 o'clock today, new product, a fabulous project, and we'd love for you to join us. But we have this card to do, and it is amazing. So let's first flip the camera, right? I'm trying to get, I am not getting the flip, girls. It is rough. I need to figure out the equipment where you've got my face and my desktop all at the same time. That would be so nice. I don't have the equipment for that. So, all right. So we're starting with the just 2 squares of, for me, it's white. And then I've got my white card base. And then I've got 6 1-inch squares in black and white that I have cut in half on the diagonal. And then I have 12 little 1/4-inch squares, and I am using Coastal Cabana again. So this conversation has gotten kind of funny because there were colors that I said next year's color refresh I could do without. Like I wouldn't have to have those colors. And I think Coastal Cabana was one of them that I mentioned. So I kind of challenged myself to use that color a little bit more. So this will just add a little pop of color. And I love this whole vibe that we're going to have going right here. And I think you're going to like it too. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Good morning to Jan, Sherry. I love that she calls me Sunshine. Janet, Louise, Joyce, great to see all of you here because without you, this would be really boring. So we're going to do a card, and I got to get back to it so I don't screw it up. This is the one thing when you have a lot of pieces, it's like, okay, I don't, thanks, Cindy. I don't want to mess it up because then the whole thing we have to throw in the trash. I don't want to do that. So I got to pull up my card There we are. Took a minute. Got it. Okay, so we're going to start with our 2 squares, and I'm thinking liquid glue is going to work really well for this. I don't know. We'll find out. I actually did make a sample of this one ahead of time because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. Come on. My glues are really empty, and with the double rewards, I did adhesives, I did cardstock, I did what else? Mostly cardstock, actually. And then I could take advantage of the cardstock sale at the same time, which was super cool. Okay, so we are going to start, and I had this figured out. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, so we're going to take the long side and put it kind of facing lower left, and we're going to add that to the corner like this. All right, and we're going to do them both at the same time so that we do the same step to both of these. It'll just, I think, make it go a little bit easier. And we might be here a little bit longer than 10 minutes today. Just FYI on that, because, hi, Missy. Hi, Kathy. And it's just going to go easier if we take our time and make sure everything is the way it should be. And we're going to do kind of the same thing down here on the bottom right corner. So this is really fun. You're going to like how it ends up. But if you have, 1-inch scraps are easy to come by, I feel like. And if you create a card with those 1-inch scraps, or, cutting them down to 1-inch squares, you're going to find yourself making the coolest cards. And it reminds me a little bit of a quilt card, because we're piecing small pieces together. And, okay, yeah, liquid glue and I don't always get along, Louise, so I can relate. But I love the thought of having kind of a quilty feel without doing any quilting. So next one, we're going to put in between that, lining up our points. And if they don't quite touch, just kind of slide it halfway in between, so that even if they don't quite touch, they almost touch. So such precise directions today, my friends. Sorry about that. It is super, super fun. Shirley, crafty girl. And Carla, great to have you. I love our conversations on Saturday morning. So sometimes we just up and do crazy things like, oh, this weekend we should blah, 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 right? So we're still deciding on next weekend's plans. Stay tuned, but as always, you're going to want to check in because there's always something fun I have to share. So I will pre-record, even if we are gone next weekend, because if we're gone next weekend, it's going to be really remote. And there might not be a way to go live. So we'll just, if we do go up there, I will pre-record. All right. So you kind of get a sense of where we're going here, right? So we're adding our triangles to make this really cool pattern. The next row is a little bit more of a guess as to angle, but just play around with it. And if you're using liquid glue, which this is why I highly recommend it for this card, because you can shift it and kind of slide it and move it where you want it if it's not quite right. And you have a little bit of time to do that. Even when I feel it's grabbed on, I feel I can go and shove it a little bit further. All right, so we are almost there with our pyramid here. And you can imagine different colors. You could do designer series paper squares here instead of cardstock. Okay, so here we are. We've got it going on, friends. It is looking pretty good, right? Hi, Kathy. Oh, great to have you this morning. All right, so then we are actually going to do some cutting. So once you've got your triangles all in a row or all lined up, now we're going to just cut out this extra white section here with our snips, or our detail scissors as they are now called. And we're going to just trim that off. So we've got 2 sections like this. So we're going to do that twice. And if you are playing along today, I'm trying to pause and give you a chance to catch up, but also being aware of time. I don't want to wait too long. You can always come back and watch some more if you need help finishing. But I do have a team meeting at 10 o'clock today. So I am, although going slow-ish, I'm not going to go totally slow as we go here. All right, then our card base seems to have a little bit of adhesive on. If that happens, now's the perfect time, my friends, to buy your Bic pencils. With the white erasers. They are perfect adhesive erasers. As you can see, that it just takes, hopefully you can see, it just takes that adhesive right off, which I love. Angie, I love Tetris. That is so true. It does kind of remind you of Tetris because it's got the, everything just kind of fits in, right? Okay, so next we're going to take Stampin' Dimensionals. We're going to give this dimension now by just adding these dimensionals to the back. And as you probably know, if you've been around me for a while, I do not skimp on my dimensionals because there's nothing sadder than putting dimensionals in 4 corners and watching the center fall. I hate that. It's like one of the pet peeves that I've got. And we're going to stick this in the corner. And as I have said, I put Stampin' Dimensionals in almost every order because I just don't ever want to run out. And I was noticing the other day that I'm getting to that point where I'm like, okay, I do not see dimensionals readily available in my drawer as much as I used to. So I've got to order some. So when I placed my double rewards order, I put 3 packs on there. And if I'm making a lot of swaps or something like I did these last 2 weeks, that really doesn't last that long, actually. All right, so you've got this really cool dimension now with your Tetris pieces. Angie, I'm going to use that. I love that thought of having Tetris. And then I'm just going to go and add a dot of glue in the center of each of these. And that is where my Coastal Cabana squares are going. So we're going to line them up so that 2 of the corners line up with the black, where the black and white meet. Does that make sense? I hope so. So we're lining up on the, come on. All right. What I need right now is the Take Your Pick tool. And what I don't have at my stamping space is my Take Your Pick tool. And it is because I've been traveling a lot with my tools, and then I don't necessarily always pack right away when I get home. So, All right, so this is what adds just that pop of color that I missed one. How did I do that? I'm surprised you weren't yelling at me. You missed one. But just getting that pop of color is so much fun in here. Like I said, you could do different colors of cardstock. I like to do some extreme lights and darks. I think Secret Sea and Cloud Cover would be really cool with this. I think it would look fabulous. I have a tweezers handy. Yeah, I could use that. I'm just going with what God gave me right now, just to get her done. But you see how fun. Look, when this is all said and done, one thing I really, really like about it is I don't feel we need a lot of embellishments here. You know, like we can use just stamps, ink, and paper here and be really good. And it's just squares. And everybody can cut squares with their trimmer. At least I think you can. And then, my gosh. Ta-da! Look how amazing. Yeah. Secret Sea and Cloud Cover, see? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and a little bit of patience. It does take a little bit of patience. Now, I just got the Scalloped Blooms bundle, and I really had a strong desire to use the Happy Birthday, but I didn't know for sure if it would fit. Yes. Woohoo! And I'm going back to my Memento ink. There's a lot of conversation about that hybrid ink pad being difficult to use. I'm in that camp. I have not mastered it. So going back to the old standby, my Memento ink. And look how fun. Just a black ink there. Think of pink here, yellow, any color, pop of color, cardstock colors, maybe Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. Or, you know, I mean, they're just those combos that would be so much fun. So I cannot wait to see your card in the comments because this is so much fun. I was so excited to share this, and I don't even care we're going 20 minutes today. It is just that much fun. Put your card in the comments. I'm going to be collecting all of the August cards that you have posted in the comments of my videos, and I'll be putting them into an album, and I would love to showcase yours. If you create it and share it, I will do that. I am just so tickled with this card and can't wait to share with you again next week. It's always fun to share a new card layout, and I love that you are coming to watch. So I'm also posting these videos on YouTube, and I am all caught up, so they're all there. If or when they disappear here from Facebook, you can find them on YouTube. And what's really cool about that is I can put all of the Stamp Together Saturday videos into one playlist. So find that playlist on my page. If you search for Amy Rich Stampin' Up, I'm sure you'll find me. And I'd love to have you subscribe there because I share lots of different things as well. So thank you for being here this morning. And if you are new, we'd love to do a shout out to you for being new here today. And I will see you again on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central for another great card during What's Up Stampers. All right, bye.